Hi, this is Tom Brown from the Information Lab. In this video we're going to look at how we meet some of the requirements of Scenario 4 for the University of Lancaster's invitation to tender. This is going to be focused primarily around mapping. The first thing we're going to do is draw a world map that shows where applicants are coming from. Now, in connecting to the data, Tableau has automatically identified that the field country is geographic. It's done this by looking at the field name, which is indicative of geographic information, and also validating that within inside that column, many of the values inside it match Tableau's understanding of what countries exist. Now, because Tableau has identified this as a geographic field, I'm simply able to double-click this field, and Tableau will draw a map. Okay? This map can be zoomed in and out on. If I hold the Shift key, I can pan around this map. Okay? And I can click the pin here to go back to full level of zoom. Now, the dots at the moment are showing where applicants have come from, with no indication of how many applicants have come from that place. In order to do that, I need to take the number of applicants, which in this case is a field here called number of records, and place that on size. Now we can see most of our applicants come from the US, the UK, Germany, France, and China. Okay? And there's many applicants from many other countries around the world. I can play with the size of these bubbles. I can even then exclude the big countries. See how the other countries look. Move this down. And of course I can zoom in on particular areas. Okay. Now, I may choose to use this to change this into what's often called a choropleth map or a filled map. Now, I do that not by using the size of the mark in order to indicate where the applicants have come from, but by using the colour. So I move number of records to colour, and Tableau automatically detects that I'm trying to draw a filled map. If I zoom back out to the whole world, still I've excluded the US and China and France, the much bigger countries. Still I'm able to zoom. Okay, that's the first part of the demonstration. The second part is to see how we can use postcode mapping within the UK. I'll start a second sheet. Now we have a field in our data set here called outcode. If I just show this field, this is the left-hand side of the UK postcode, 2, 3 or 4 characters. Tableau is able to map this level of detail within the UK postcode out of the box, which means I can just double-click outcode and expect to see a map of the UK. Again, I can place number of records on size to make the size of the marks indicative of how many students have applied from that area. And of course I can still zoom down where the marks are densest and then change the size appropriately. Okay, so that's postcode mapping within the UK at the level of outcode. If I want to map more accurately than that, I use what's known as custom geocoding and import additional information giving the lat long of full UK postcodes or other parts of the UK postcode. Okay, so that's how we meet scenario 4. Thank you.